YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. She made me a Daym drops back in with another super official challenge, baby. This is for all my YouTube fam out there. We're gonna do the Dear Mama challenge. All you gotta do is just share some great memories of your mama. Today is Mother's Day. We're gonna do this for the entire week. We're gonna do it for the next 2 weeks. But what I'm telling you right now is you need to put up a super official video breaking down yo mama. I'm gonna get the party started. Dear Mama challenge is about to go down. Dear Mama, this is my letter to you. This is Daym Drop speaking to Valerie Patterson, aka Mama Drop. See, without you, Mama, I would not be here. I would not be able to do these super official food reviews every single week and give to the people all of this energy. Because of you, Mama, I was able to stay out of trouble when trouble loved to follow me. I remember being around trouble surrounded me, coming at me like raptors. Raptors during the day, ready to pounce on your main man, Damon. Because of you, Mama, I remember that call. I remember that call late at night when those street lights would come on, saying, Daym, bring your black ass home and stop playing those late night games. Because of you, Mama, I was able to stay up out of jail. I was able to make it 38 years plus without being locked behind those bars, thinking to myself, what did I do wrong? Because of you, dear Mama, I am here. I am here to be able to do what it is that I love to do. I love to entertain the people. You always told me that I was gonna be something more than what I thought I would be. You said, Daym, you're gonna be going on and doing something big, doing something major. You said that to me when I was 3. You said that to me when I was 4. You said that to me when I was 5. And then every year after that, you kept on feeding it to me. You kept on giving me that energy. You kept on believing in me when nobody else would believe in me. And then I remember the first time, Mama, I remember the first time I told you that I wanted to do something different, because I was born and raised a Jehovah's Witness. I was born and raised the individual that was always suited up, knocking on doors every single weekend, and I was rocking out with you the long way, Mama. That is how you kept me from trouble. You kept me in a safe place. I remember the kids used to make fun of me because I was always inside the house instead of running about. I remember reading the Bible front to back to front, front to back. I remember those Tuesdays. I remember those Thursdays. I remember Saturday and I remember Sunday. I remember the watchtower. I remember the wake. I remember being on stage in front of the congregation at 7 years old, giving my first talk, Mama. Because of you, I am everything. Because of you, I am here. And then I thought to myself, this isn't really for me. I want to do what everybody else is doing. So, Mama, at 17, when I came to you and I told you I didn't want to be a witness anymore, you said, baby, I want you just to be happy. Just to be happy, Mama. That was our conversation. You didn't say, Daym, you had to stay in this religion. You had to do this for the rest of your life. You said, I want you to be happy. So if being a Jehovah's Witness is what makes you happy, then baby boy, I want you to stay a Jehovah's Witness. But if you are that curious about what's going on outside, then you go outside and you find out for yourself. And then if you find out that that's something else is not for you, you come back home. And I looked at you, Mom, and I said, Mom, I love you. I love you because you gave me an opportunity without forcing me to be something that I didn't want to be. Forcing me to do something I did not want to do. But my reality is being a Jehovah's Witness also kept me off the streets, kept me out of trouble. So when those raptors, when that trouble that was following me, that was surrounding me, was getting in trouble, when it was behind bars that I would find my friends, when it was underground that I would have to visit those graveyard sites for my peoples that died in those streets. That could have been me, but you helped stop that. You helped prevent that. Dear Mama, you see, what I want for you to understand, YouTube community, is that my mom, Valerie Patterson, aka Mama Drops, is my everything. That is my earth, my understanding. So I didn't come up any different than anybody else. We all came up the same. We all came up with different opportunities. They say you could take the man up out the hood, but you can't take the hood from about the man. And that's absolutely true, absolutely correct. I grew with a different life, with a different hustle, with a different struggle. I know what darkness looks like when you lose everything that you've worked so hard to build. I remember that hustle, and then I remember that loss. I remember having a lot or thinking to myself, this is everything well before YouTube. I was young, doing it big at a young age. Barely 22 when I had my first mortgage, when I had that 3-floor condo in my name, when I was pushing that Infiniti FX35 and I had that motorcycle in my garage when my bank account was a crazy amount. I remember because that's when I was also first married, when I was going through what I call my own type of withdrawals, trying to find myself and making every mistake in the book. And I was making the mistakes as I was going along. That means I was writing down the mistakes as I was going along so I could look back on the mistakes that I was doing all along and I can make that change so I could do what's right now for my wife right now so she wouldn't have to deal with the Daym drops of yesteryear. So I can do better for both of my girls that stay on my arm so wherever I go, I know I have my kids with me. I have 2 girls, one 19, the other one 3. Deja and Kaylin, those 2 girls are my world. There's no kids outside of that lifestyle. I don't have any extras, few states over that I have to go and visit, or I have to send cards to, or I have to make those phone calls saying that daddy's gonna come home as soon as I possibly can, when I can, if I can. See, I could have made those mistakes in life when I was running about acting crazy, but my mama said, boy, just remain focused. She hit me with the knowledge and the tools that I needed. She is Miss Wisdom. Dear mama, you are the greatest thing that is my foundation, the greatest woman that is my foundation. My very beginnings all the way to my end. So if I know that leaving this earth today is something that God had in store for me, if those are the plans that God has for me, I can leave this earth knowing the fact that my last thoughts will carry the wisdom that brought me to this very place to entertain every last one of you. That is my mother, dear mama. This is a complete shout out to you, an official shout out to you, for knowing the fact that everything I do on radio, everything I do on TV, everything I do on YouTube, everything that I do in life is because of you. You had an option when you knew that I was coming, and you didn't choose that option, and that's the only reason that I'm here today. You gave me a chance to become more than my surroundings, than my environment. You gave me everything that I needed to be the best man that I could possibly be. And for that, mama, I thank you. I thank you and I love you for giving me an opportunity to be Daym Drops. Happy Mother's Day, mama. I love you. This is the Dear Mama Challenge coming from your main man, Daym Drops. Be sure to jump behind your camera. Be sure to pick up the Dear Mama Challenge. Be sure to drop something super official for your mama. It doesn't even have to be that spoken word type. It could just be thoughts that you want to share with your subscribers. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep this thing going for all of the wonderful mothers out there. Shout out to every single last one of you on that grind, trying to become better, do better for your kids, raise them up the right way. Happy Mother's Day from your main man, Daym Drops. And let's keep it super official. Can you dig it, baby? I know you can. Hey, listen, man.